All right, everybody, welcome to the Tabletop Galaxy, an actual play podcast using the Star Wars Roleplaying game by Fantasy Flight Games. You're listening to Broken Space, a campaign utilizing the Edge of the Empire sourcebooks and featuring two groups that affect a shared storyline. This is episode 3 of The Second Sunrise and Her Crew. So first, let's start with some character introductions, and we're going to start with Ellie.
Hi. I'm Niffer. I'm playing Ellie, the Twilight colonist politico. And I don't know, do I include now that I have XP that I spent out of fear? So, because I know that we were talking about that would be something that we would do. So I used some XP out of fear that I wouldn't live long enough to use it at the next break. So I bought some colonist tree skills. I bought plausible deniability, which is something I'm going to need this session. Yeah.
What does it do? What does plausible deniability do?
I can remove a setback per rank of plausible deniability from all coercion and deception checks.
Nice.
It
wasn't me. I swear.
I promise. And then the other 5 XP went to go with kill with kindness, which is remove a setback for charm and leadership. So it's basically just, hey, I'm gonna suddenly be better at talking to people, I hope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get those face skills.
And this 1/4 of the party split is currently on a roof. So that's my current location. Passing it down.
We'll get there.
Oh, down. That's me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go.
I can see the stream.
I mean, that's where you always are.
It's true. My name is Nick. I'm playing Kane McAllister. He is a human mercenary soldier. And I did not spend any experience. But if I live through this, I will spend all the experience.
Yay.
Yeah.
And then we got Gregory, I think, is next.
No, alphabetical, man. EKVZ.
Yeah.
I was
went before me.
Oh, is that why we're organized that way?
Fine.
That's cool.
We'll go with Vosk. I was going counterclockwise.
In a big circle.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, whatever.
But no, it feels like it means a lot to you, so I think you should go next.
What's up, folks? I am Seal. I play Vosk. He is a Duros mechanic, which is a subset of the technician career. I did not have any experience to spend because I spent it all after the first episode, like a good player. So yeah, I'm a Duros technician mechanic who is currently sitting in a bar having a drink as part of my quarter of the 4-way party split, while everyone else is shooting and running and scared on rooftops. I am hanging out with another mechanic and having a beer. That's me.
Well, hey everyone, I'm Gregory, and I will be playing Zarko Cruz. And Zarko is a human. He is an explorer scout. I have also chosen to finally spend a little more XP, and I picked up Let's Ride. Once per round, I may mount or dismount a vehicle or beast, or enter a cockpit or weapon station on a vehicle as an incidental. So hopefully that comes in handy. It could be kind of fun. I figured it felt like it fit based on what's transpired so far in our sessions. Like if we need to get out in a pinch, I'm going to hop in the pilot seat. And then once we're out of there, turn things over to Vosk, who really knows what he's doing.
Nice. I like it.
Something like that. Anyway,
right.
Yeah, so that was my XP, and I am all so depending. I guess we're going to start with a moment before the action, which is Kane and Zarko on the roof. It's either that or Zarko is currently just like huffing it to try to get to Ellie.
Let's start with some obligation rolls.
And,
yes.
And I'm your GM, Steven.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Nobody.
It's
the amazing.
No, that guy. I'm just that guy.
Space Dungeon Master.
Space Dungeon Master, me. Yeah. So let's do some obligation. and see if we can get Ellie for a third time.
Did anyone set up the macro, or am I still clicking the button?
Oh, we don't. We
we're
just
clicking the
Pull
button.
the lever, Kronk.
Boss.
It's not me.
Uh-oh. Things might go bad when we head to Tatooine.
Just having a beer, eh?
I'm still thinking about all the shit the group's doing, and it's weighing on me. But that doesn't mean I have to get out of my seat. I can be strained in a bar. I think that's why most people are there.
Okay.
And just so I'm totally 100% clear, it actually lowers the threshold for the
Correct.
session, right?
Right.
Mhm.
So that you can't heal it effectively.
Mhm.
Like it lowers your total.
That.
Yes,
And the-
after we talked about strain on tabletop, we all know a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
I do.
Let's do it right now. Did anybody else start? I'm going to go first. Boom.
Yeah.
One
Hold
light
it.
side. Finally.
Yes.
This is going to be a good day. Come
I
on.
broke my streak.
it's
Uh-oh.
not. It's
All
not.
right. 1-1 is okay.
I got a dark side.
Oof. That's
I
not
don't-
right.
That's no,
Not
what I
how
did.
you
Right
do
one.
that. Like none of those dice are the correct dice at all.
How about that one? Dark side, huh?
Oh, God. Hey, Vosk with the twos again. Love it. All right.
Oh
So
my
3.
gosh.
So for some reason it says 5 and 4 in the Destiny pool. I think it should be.
The DM probably didn't sync them.
Oops.
That's my bad.
Does that mean we get a second chance?
It
No.
should just be 3
Okay.
and 2.
3 and
Three and,
two.
Oh,
three
shoot.
and two is
Um,
enough.
Starting out ahead of the game for a change.
It's true.
From the top on that, though, for anyone that couldn't catch it in all the jumble, we have Ono with 1 dark side, we have Kane with 1 dark side, we have Vosk with 2 light side, and Zarko with 1 light side.
Hey,
So
this is the
3
first time this campaign that you guys have been ahead on the light
Yep.
side points, right?
Yeah, because somebody finally joined my team.
You're welcome.
All right.
I don't think I've rolled a light side yet.
And
You
Save
haven't.
that for when we get in the ship.
not
I
sure.
just, speaking
Sa-
of, I just
save the-
rolled for the ship quirk.
But save it for when we get in the ship.
All right.
I want to be surprised.
You haven't
All right.
rolled a light side, but you somehow managed to roll 4 failures and a threat trying to roll Destiny. So props to you on that, bud.
All right. Let me pop that out real quick.
All right, let's focus. Let's do this thing.
Yeah, let's Star Wars. All right. So last time, the crew of the Second Sunrise had met an individual named Shay, who was a Zabrak who hired them to kind of do a 2-part job. She wanted them to first and foremost deliver a message to an individual named Kai, who that was successfully done, and then she also wanted them to get some information kind of off of the Imperial's mainframe computer, which was not as successfully done as the first part. After kind of going through the city of Achaea, Vosk and Ellie in particular formulated a plan to get into the compound, originally just to kind of scout it out. Yeah, it's a loose term, plan is. While Kane and Zarko would kind of case the joint, if you will, from outside, kind of keeping an eye and hoping to see if anything goes wrong.
Recon.
Yeah. They kind of saw the compound. They met a excuse me, a mechanic that Vosk was familiar with named Dirian, and Vosk kind of actually fairly well smooth talked his way past a couple sets of guards. And
There was a prop involved. I was just like,
yeah, just like,
Ship-
look, I
ship-
have this
ship
this
part?
Yeah.
am mechanic, please hire.
And ended up helping Dirian and kind of getting a little information, though not much, as they were installing some fairly unusual technology into the hyperdrive. While that was happening, Ellie was off doing her own thing and kind of investigating the Imperial compound. She found Kai and delivered the message to him in kind of a small little bar, almost like a diner in this Imperial compound, where she met the very drunk Kai, who was who revealed that he was basically being blackmailed by the Empire to do some jobs under the assumption that Shay, who the group was working for, was in their captivity, which the group knows is not true because she is, as far as
in
they
our
know.
captivity.
Yep, locked in the ship, but amicably.
Secured in the ship.
Yeah. So he indicated to Ellie that he would help with anything they needed, and when Ellie said that she needed to get to a computer, he just walked off. She followed into his kind of room in this dormitory type compound, and used her hacking skills.
Elite hacking skills.
Yep. To set off alarms throughout the facility, and shut down the power, essentially.
For anyone playing the home game, we had to break into a place and do some hacking. So we had a face character and a hacker, and the hacker did all of the smooth talking to get in there, and then the face character tried to do the slicing.
Yep.
So it worked great.
It worked.
Just how we planned it. And so as the klaxons in this facility are going off, Kane and Zarko observe this, and we are going to do a little cut back in time for a minute. But with Ellie and Kai running up to the roof, formulating a really quick plan based off of a drunk guy's suggestion to go to the roof. Zarko and Kane saw this, and Zarko took off trying to meet them, hopefully to climb over the wall, I think is his plan. Vosk is enjoying a drink with Dirian while the klaxons are going off. And Kane opened fired and killed 2 guards. So that's where we are. It's probably going to be fine. 4-way party splits are always good. Nothing bad ever happens. But first, as we kind of take this look over Vikea, this city where there's tons of this black dirt, it's hot, it's deserty. We're going to look on the top of this rooftop overlooking the compound, just minutes before this happens. As Kane and Zarko are overlooking this compound, they see Ellie walking across the street, following somebody to the apartment building. And what are you guys talking about?
Zarko is like, he's been peering through his macro binoculars, and he's sort of like, after he scans the compound for a little while, he sort of like lowers them and just kind of scoffs and looks over, and he hands them over to Kane and says, "Don't break them."
I wasn't planning on it. Take a look through the binoculars. It's been like a couple, maybe an hour or so. And there's been few words exchanged at this point between the two of us. And, Kane will drop the binoculars and kind of sniffle a little bit. So it's been a couple of crazy days, huh?
That's one way to put it. I mean, I've seen a little bit of action in my day, but it's been pretty intense.
Yeah.
And then
he kind of, sorry, go ahead.
No, after you.
He kind of Kane will just sort of trail off again.
Yeah, I don't really like you, Kane. The first time we met, you shot me, and it doesn't sit well with me. I gotta say, I kind of pride myself on like being the first guy to act in a situation. I mean, I just did it. You witnessed it, right? I mean, that dude kind of tried to get us. That was he a Rhodian? He was a Rhodian, right? That Rhodian tried to get to jump on us at the ship when and scared Ellie, poor Ellie, and he didn't have a chance before he could even do anything. I got his blaster out of his hand. But you got me, and you got me good, and I don't like it.
I've had a lot of training in my day. It's not exactly your bad. It's
about that. that's what I was gonna say. I seen how you shoot, and you got some skills, and that's not the kind of thing you gain from just plinking cans and bottles out in the backyard. So I want to know something. How did you get so good?
Some pretty formal training.
Could you be a little more specific, or are we just saying formal training like that's supposed to mean something? I mean, like...
Do you remember that night we met?
I try not to.
Of course. You remember those Imperials?
Yeah, okay.
The ones that were after me?
Oh, well, really? Huh, that's funny. I always thought they were after us.
Yeah, of course. I
mean, it's kind of fuzzy, it's like stuff started to happen, and the next thing I know, I wake up and you and Ellie are buddy, and I still don't get that.
Yeah, that's a story for another time, probably. But to answer your question, I grew up in the Imperial Navy.
Navy, huh?
Yeah.
You don't sound too thrilled about it.
No, it was my dad always pushing me to get involved and become a man and follow in his footsteps.
Pushy parents.
Yeah, that's one word for it. Well, one parent.
I can kind of relate to that.
So I joined up at 18, became an Imperial, till I saw some of the things they were doing in the galaxy didn't quite sit right with me. So I left.
All right. That makes some sense. I can see. Okay, so now I get why you're so damn good. And I like that because you're on my side, at least for now. And
as you're finishing that up,
You said you wanted to do some climbing. Come get me.
Crap! What the? Criff. I gotta train my brain. What the criff is this? Give me those. Grab the macro binoculars again.
yeah. And so you see the things that we described last episode. You see the separately, but 4 different squads of 3 running towards the building that Ellie entered. And Vosk, you would kind of see some of this as well, different vantage point.
I got the sweet diner windows looking out on the courtyard, and it's a really great view. Really.
It's like that rolling Starbucks door that's all glass.
Vosk is just sitting there, and you hear that of boots, and then a squad goes running by.
I don't remember if I said it last episode, but this is how it was in my head. Is we're at the bar, right? So we're on the stupid little stools, and him and I both in unison turn and look, and then turn back and pick up our drinks.
And
Kane
draws a bead.
Right before he starts shooting, though, he says, "Let's start counting Imperials." 1,
oh god,
2. As I drop 2 of them.
Nice.
Well, so Zarko handed off his macro binoculars, said, "Don't break them," and proceeded to start running. I think before you started shooting, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I waited. I waited until he got towards the wall before I started.
Okay. Yeah. So the other thing that happens, Vosk, as you just get shot.
The bartender just pulls out a gun.
You're new here. We have to shoot the new people.
Oh God.
No.
Initiation.
You hear kind of under Darian's breath real quick. He just goes, "This is too early." And then he throws back his drink. We're going to, how do we do this with 4 different people? Yeah, I've been thinking about this for 3 weeks, and I still am not exactly sure how to go about this. We're going to roll initiative.
That's probably
Okay.
the way to do it.
And this is going
It's
to
a
be
time tracking tool.
Yeah, it's a time
It's
tracking
true.
tool. And this is going to be the I think it's vigilance is the one when you're not prepared, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, this is going to be a vigilance roll because things went south quickly.
I mean, can I argue that I knew as soon as we failed the check that I knew something was gonna go down?
No.
Please.
Well, I'm going to rephrase that. You can argue it, and the answer is no.
Fun
put
fact,
that-
mine are
that's-
exactly the same.
Mine
Nice.
aren't.
A lot
Oh,
of folks
hey, what
are
is
actually.
that? That's
Um,
one success, one advantage.
I'm
For
gonna put that on a DM T-shirt. You can argue, but the answer is still no.
That applies to DMing and also teaching. I have that a lot. It's great.
Or being a 12-year-old, or married, or right. Let me roll for the
Dude.
initiative.
Whoa.
No, 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 no.
Whoa.
And we
Steven,
also
Okay,
stop
for
rolling.
people listening and not seeing, a couple of stormtroopers got 5 successes.
and then these next are going to say hut thugs. These are not actually hut thugs. These are the outside guards.
Got it.
But they're using the same profile because
I was waiting to decipher the initiatives, but there's been so many rolled now that I don't know if I can keep up here.
I mean, the nice thing is the stormtroopers also are rolling vigilance, so they weren't prepared for us either.
they're actually worse if they are prepared, which is just very classic stormtrooper.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I want to build a character like that. I work better if I'm caught off guard.
You said hut
Alright.
thugs. I heard hot thugs.
I mean,
You never know.
take it however you want.
You're the one with the binoculars. You're
There's
checking them out.
There's no reason they're not attractive. So we are going to have the first NPC group is the one that's going to go are the excuse me, the 2 remaining thugs on the ground. One's basically just going to slam his hand on a comlink. I think from where you are, Kane, you won't necessarily be able to hear him, and you're focused more on shooting. But slams his hand on a comlink next to this big blast door that starts to close, and then the other one kind of jumps behind a crate as their maneuver, and then takes a quick shot at you, which you're at long range. So that will be
and
and
behind cover.
Yeah, that's fine. Which I think cover gives you a setback. I think I'm going to say yes. That's what it does. And where is there? Shoot. Wait, did it delete their gun? Oh no. Okay, we're good. And that.
Boom.
So 1 hit.
Don't.
So that will do 7 damage minus your soak.
Got it.
Yeah, and they're kind of like hiding behind a little box right there.
So can they shoot at long range if it's a medium range weapon?
Oh, that's a good question.
For the win.
Fairly
What-
certain it's not, but I will look it
I'm
up
okay
real quick.
with look it up. I'm okay with saying no and just saying he takes a shot at you, even though it's long range.
Sure.
It just kind of
But
blasts into the building. So you won't take that damage. Unless as you look that up.
Yeah, I will let you know.
changes something. Ellie, kind of beneath you, kind of down the stairway that you came up, you hear the sound of stormtrooper voices as a door gets kicked in. You hear that crashing, and you hear it, not here, up to the roof, and you just hear footsteps coming up behind you.
I closed the door behind me. If that helps.
Sure. 3.
just because it might be relevant, how do we determine fall damage in this game?
We look at
You don't.
It's really
just
easy.
don't
You
fall.
just don't fall because you can
Yeah.
actually die.
It's real
Okay.
bad.
It's
Okay.
yeah, don't fall.
Okay.
And yeah, so Vosk, you would see kind of from your vantage point, you see all these one stormtrooper group looks a little bit behind. But three of these little squadrons kind of just go different directions in this apartment building. And you see them disappear into that building. And it's a PC turn. All four of you are up.
Oh.
y'all all go first.
I mean, I can go last too because all I'm doing is running, literally, for at least a little bit.
All right. I can take some shots.
Yes, please.
So I would like to shoot at I assume there's still stormtroopers out in the courtyard.
It's just the two thugs that you can see from the front. You don't have a good vantage point into the courtyard
Okay.
to take a shot, and that would probably push into like the extreme range.
Okay. Am I on the tallest building I can get to?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I guess
I'm
I'll
good with that.
shoot at those two thugs then.
Okay. Which, if I remember right, you have something that downgrades range, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
It reduces it by 1.
Okay. You're still going to get a setback die as they're diving behind cover and whatnot.
Sweet. Ready?
Yep, it's ready.
Boom. Pew 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 pew.
Oh, there it is. All right. 11.
So that's 11 points of damage.
And let me see what their soak is, because he might just
That was 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yep. Thanks, Gregory.
Yeah. So as you fire at them,
Ba-doom, ba-doom. It's the sound my rifle makes.
yeah, you see that one who hit the comm link. As you take these two quick shots, the guy behind the boxes kind of grabs his shoulder, but he's still up. But the one who ran and hit that comm link just drops. And yeah, anything else?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna spend my maneuver to drop to prone, so that I'm laying kind of like on the edge of the building with my rifle out.
Okay. All right. Next NPC or next PC.
Cool, I can go. I will like check with Kai to be like, do you have a weapon?
He pulls out. He's just got a little blaster pistol.
Okay. Get it ready, hide behind the door just in case they come out and I can't talk them down. All right? And then I'm gonna take the data pad that might have info or at least looks incriminating. And I'm gonna try and hide it.
Okay.
I don't know what type of action that is. Like, is there like hide
it on your person or like hide it in the room?
Hide it definitely not on me.
Both of them are going to be skullduggery.
Yeah, I think skullduggery works.
Okay.
Like
I'm thinking like, is this like the doorway is just like that little box that you climb up and then the rest of the roof is flat?
Yeah.
Okay, then I want to put it on top of the stairway, like up there.
Okay.
It's like people don't look up here or something.
Okay. Sure.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say that this is hard
Okay.
as far as difficulty goes. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Because
I am short.
there's really not much stuff up there. Yeah, it's set.
Okay. Well, 2 successes and 2 threats.
Okay. So you you kind of go over to where that doorway is, and you put it over, and kind of as you place it on there, that door starts to open and pushes you back.
Strain?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I'll be strained. Sure.
I mean,
Sure.
How much?
makes sense.
I think. Gosh, I'm not sure how much strain.
Normally
Is it
per
1-to-1?
thread.
Yeah, it's
On the chart, it's 1 threat to apply 1 strain. So I imagine you could just do that twice.
Yeah.
Sweet. Great. Cool.
Yep. And I'm gonna say that plays out by you feel that door start pushing, and you kind of can see
Cool.
through that crack. You see a stormtrooper right there.
Oh God.
Yikes.
So
yeah, that would be pretty stressful.
yeah. Anything else
okay.
you want to do? I would say that's probably a maneuver.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to draw my weapon, but I don't want to have it like entirely holstered. I don't know, the like guard thing that like keeps it strapped in. I want to like undo that just
Okay.
in case I need to try and pull a Zarko and quick draw.
Perfect.
But yeah, if I can just like not be in front of the door when it opens, that would also be great.
Yeah.
I want to like try and move away so that they don't directly
Yeah, I think
like
you can
come
do
in
that.
guns blazing.
And I'll say Kai has his gun out, and he's like crouched behind the door, that little
Good.
hut.
Good.
And
That's what I wanted.
But he's like this. Like
Bless that little boy.
it's shaking so much.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So he's taken a lot of strain too.
Yeah, he is strained. And
Aw.
it is next PC.
Do you want to go, Vosk? I mean, I'm literally just sprinting.
Go for it. Better that you get close and let all these bad guys have a chance to do
All right.
stuff, and then I can react.
Cool. So, what would you like for me just sprinting? Do I need to do some checks, or are we just saying?
I would basically
What's the
say
range
that's
bands?
yeah, it's the range band. So I think if I remember right, you can like you can drop your action down for an extra maneuver, right?
Yeah.
So
And
I'll say
can I take the strain as well? Can I like?
I think you can only I think you
You
max
can
out at 2
only do
maneuvers.
2 maneuvers.
maneuvers?
So
Okay,
if you do
awesome.
your maneuver and you do your action as a maneuver, you can't take the strain to do another
Got it.
one. But
Okay,
you
so I
can-
don't need to take strain, but I just use.
I mean, you could. It just depends on whether there's something you want to do with your action, because you can maneuver, you can strain maneuver, and then still have an action. So
I'm guessing I'm pretty far from the wall where the building is still.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably
Yeah.
2 more maneuvers to
Okay.
get if
y'all were at
range.
long range because that's where he is shooting from.
It was long range, but it was from a
Is-
roof, so we had to like go down a building,
Right.
Yeah.
go across. So it was. I feel
So-
Call it extreme, which means it's going to take you 2, 4, 5 maneuvers to get there. So
Yeah, that
this
seems
turn,
fair.
next turn to get there, and then the following turn, you'll be able to do stuff.
Yep.
Cool.
Um,
So that's what
I
I'm doing.
am going to, as you're running, I'm going to let you make a perception check.
I can do that. I'm
Um,
actually quite good at that.
You're
Well, I mean, I don't know about quite good, but
you're sprinting and focused. So I'm going to upgrade one of the difficulty dice. It's an average check because I think you're a pretty aware guy in general, but because you're focused on sprinting and stuff, and there's a
Sure.
setback because of that as well.
sure. Ready?
Nope, because I put those in the wrong pool. Those are in Ellie's pool.
I was the dungeon master looking at Ellie's sheet. I wonder.
Concern you. Now you're set.
I don't know.
Alright.
Everything concerns me.
All right, 2 advantage. So I will pass on a boost, perhaps, by saying, let's see. Let's say that.
You can, with 2 of them, you can pass it to a specific player. So you could pass them to like Kane.
Oh,
And you've got a comm link, so you could communicate something.
Inspire us, please.
yeah. So, I think, yeah. So, All right, so here's what happens. So Zarko's booking, right? He's just like as fast as he can. Really thinks about his communicator. He says, like, "Why the hell did I let Voss take that damn disintegrator?" And then he pulls his comlink, and all you hear is Vosk situation, and that's it.
Which I think that leads to
I think he
Vosk's
knew.
turn, right?
Probably, but there's a chance it wasn't us.
And Vosk, as you're sitting there drinking, a little comlink goes off from wherever you keep that, and you hear Vosk situation.
Is it a question or a statement?
Yeah, that was actually going to be what Voss says, which is that a question? I did want to clarify, though. You have your two advantages. Are you using one to give Vosk a boost, or are you using two
Yes,
to
exactly.
specifically give somebody a boost? Because it costs one to give Vosk the next turn a boost, but you can use two to give any turn a boost. If you wanted to give it to Ellie or Kane and figure out a reason why.
How about we're in sort of an industrial part of the city.
We're at the edge
we're on
of
the
the
It's
city.
kind of on the outskirts
Yeah,
of the
that's
city.
the edge. Maybe there's like, I don't know, some scrap of metal or something like that. And can I like I would like scoop it up and like pitch it over the fence to just like make it clatter and crash, just to catch someone, maybe one of the stormtroopers or one of the thugs off guard, so that
And
gives
how is that
one of
mechanically
them
working?
I don't know. So
I
that
think
gives
he's trying
one of
to,
them
like-
pause so that Kane.
I think he's trying to slow down a stormtrooper to be like, what was that? So that
Yeah,
Kane gets
basically.
a good shot at him or something like that.
exactly.
Maybe.
Sure. You
Like
want
some
Kane- do you-
movement, like I don't
Yeah.
know, birds go flying in the air, or something.
I'm-
I chuck a piece of metal over or something.
I'm super good with that. Who do you want that boost die to go to?
So Kane has a good
Kane?
shot at whatever.
Okay. Yeah. As you throw it,
I can no longer see Zarko, but I just see this scrap of metal fly over the wall.
and it's not a huge wall. It's I mean, well, I guess it's pretty big. It's
like
like
18 feet tall or something.
a 20 foot wall, more or less.
It's like throwing it over your house or something.
Yeah. You just give it a good huck. It's kind of got like a frisbee fly to it.
I'm imagining like a Star Wars license plate or something.
Exactly. Hubcap.
And yeah, it clatters in, and Kane, you get a boost die on your next action.
Sweet.
We're being rated by Geekums with a party of
Yay.
9.
Hey, welcome.
Yay.
Welcome to the hot mess.
Yep. Four-way party split.
Yeah.
Voss, it's your turn.
For Voss' turn, I'm going to answer the comlink. Is that a question? Also, I'm silencing this. I don't want to get in trouble, and I'm going to turn my comlink off. And for my turn, I want to look out the window and see what's going on. Like, I know you said security doors were closing and stuff like that, but what do I see out the windows of the cantina? And I'm specifically looking for like security around that building where I saw the terminals and stuff before.
Okay, so from that, so you saw the four different squads that ran from over there, and there were two that were still stationed there. You actually see those two leaving and running towards the front gate.
Two troopers or two squads?
Two squads. Okay. Everything's squads. You're in a compound. There's lots of friends.
Where are my friends?
You see,
you left the squad.
you see two squads of three running towards the front gate. And you actually see one of the squads from the that went towards the apartment leaving that and heading towards the front gate as well.
Many?
Oh, go ahead.
Kane killed two stormtroopers in the courtyard, right?
They were at the front gate, so they technically weren't in the. They weren't in the courtyard.
So they weren't inside.
Yeah.
Can I see the front gate from here?
Yeah, you can see it. It's still in the process of closing.
Okay.
But yeah, that's kind of what you see. You also notice your friend Darian get up.
Yeah, I was about to to ask Durian. I'm going to spend my turn talking and getting information, unfortunately. But I was basically going to turn to Durian and be like, never been here. What's the process? Like, does this happen a lot?
No, it doesn't happen a lot. I'd keep your head down. Good luck, kid. And he slaps you on the shoulder and he starts walking away. Got it. Okay. He goes, and I'll say you see him go out of this little cantina, and he's walking towards the main compound. Okay. Mechanically, my turn is going to be spent getting up and walking too as well. Then following him. Following him, but not necessarily. I'm not with him anymore. I get the feeling he said bye, so I'm still heading in the same direction, but I'm not beside him mechanically. Okay. And that's my turn. I use maneuvers to move. Okay. And I feel like an entire maneuver to talk to people on the comlink and scout the area. Yeah, that seems reasonable. And then that last stormtrooper group also kind of runs up. They use their maneuver, basically 2 maneuvers, Kane, as they so helping. They run towards that gate, and kind of as it's closing, they jump through, and you see them kind of armed, though a flying sheet of metal does clatter around. Right? You see one of them duck and kind of give a like, what is going on? thing. Awesome. As the other 2 in their squad stay more focused, and they start taking aim towards you. As the one survivor is kind of pointing towards your direction.
And he knows he's next.
And then that was the end of initiative. So this is restarting. So that group is actually going to go again.
I thought about this while I was upstairs, so slight interjection. But as I'm leaving the cantina or diner or whatever we are calling it these days, I want to kind of keep an eye out for a to-go bag, a styrofoam food container, something to pick up, something that I can be carrying. Sure. I don't need to.
And you're thinking about leftovers.
I don't need to have picked it up on that turn, but I am looking for something at least this big-ish that I can.
Yeah, like a big gulp.
not a drink cup. It needs to be like something that you would maybe carry in 2 hands or carry. Again, I'm looking for something like your standard styrofoam box.
You can maybe hold.
Sure, yeah, space for foam. There's a space for foam box on a space trash can in the Space Ruby's diner that you're leaving.
Got it. Yeah, see, cheese fries, styrofoam box. Yep, I want that.
Yep. And there's actually a few cold cheese fries in it. So you can do with that what you will. So we are back at the top of the round. Quick recap is the group is trying to survive as they infiltrated an Imperial compound and things went wrong. Everybody is technically in a 4-way party split, though I think pieces are starting to move together, and we might have 3 groups instead of 4 soon. But we might not.
Because one of us is going to die.
Yep. Exactly.
Narrows it down.
So back to the top of the initiative order, that same group of stormtroopers that walked out and started kind of drawing a bead on you, Kane, they are actually going to use 2 maneuvers as they see what building you're on, and they run towards it and enter the building and start heading towards you.
Sweet. 2 of us are going to die on rooftops.
Ellie, that door that you felt push and you went back swings open, and you see 6 stormtroopers basically running up this. Pull her gun up and say, hands up.
Yep.
What are you doing up here?
There were alarms going off, and I didn't want to be in the building because I didn't want to find a lot of people pointing guns at me.
You're going to have to come with us. And 2 of them start kind of moving towards you while one keeps their gun trained.
I will step forward, so hopefully they don't look behind the door.
And real quick, okay, then I am going to. So I'm going to upgrade one of their difficulty dice as they're about to do this because of what you just said, and they are.
I have plausible deniability if that helps.
Remind me what that does.
I can remove a setback for coercion or deception.
Sure, we'll have you roll instead of them. Whoa, something went weird and just added 9 setback dice.
Oh God.
Okay.
Okay. What type of check am I supposed to be doing?
Sorry,
Deception?
I think we just had an earthquake.
I
Hey,
feel
California.
Did you shake, Seal?
I hear something, so we are very possibly having an earthquake, but I can't tell if it's just my neighbors being loud like normal. But as soon as you said it,
Something happened.
something happened.
Or I made you paranoid. And I made you hear things.
It's my office, so I tried to earthquake proof it so that nothing would fall on my computer. So I don't have anything to look at to see if there's an earthquake.
Okay, so you
Sorry, get back to it.
You remove a setback dice on deception checks.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I will make this opposed.
Great.
Do they get any? Of course they don't have it. Okay, then it's set.
Great.
Since this is going to be in the stream, there was a 2.5 earthquake 12 miles from Ridgecrest, California at 7:13 p.m. today. So we're just now getting it across the coast. So yes, there was an earthquake in the middle of our
All
stream.
right. Good to know.
I like that it hit you like a solid 30 seconds before it got to me, though. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oof. All right, so deception is
So much advantage
a
though.
lot of advantage, 5 advantage and 1 failure.
Well, how do you want to use that advantage? You can pass some of it on.
Everyone else falls prone. What?
Is the opposite of falling prone, you just start to fly?
We're
I would
shaking
like
now.
to fly, yes.
I can see it. We're shaking now.
Nice. Yeah, you can pass it on. You can. Sorry, I'm pulling up all the.
You're
I can't
good. You're
remember all of it.
good.
Yeah, that's Rob just suggested in the chat that maybe they think you're innocent, but they're not going to take a chance or something. They don't think you're involved, at least for the moment.
Uh-huh.
Well, what they are going to notice, though.
They just think that I'm lost.
So I'm good with them. I'm good with them thinking you're innocent.
Cool.
They do notice Kai, and you hear
Great.
one of them kind of over voice. Put that away. You're coming with us too, Kai. And he shakily, okay. Puts his little hand blaster away.
So
And go ahead.
So can I use 2 to pass? He's really drunk. I love it. Can I use 2 to pass a boost to Zarko?
Mhm.
Is there a way I can use the remaining 3 to not let the stormtroopers know, but to let one of my party members know that the pad's on the roof? I don't know how. Leku? Head tails?
We'd probably have to sieve for that, though, right?
Nick's got a scope, or Kane's got a scope, hopefully.
Yeah, he's been shooting at the.
I don't know.
If you can give me a good enough way to do it, then I'm totally cool with that.
I don't know. I would try and use one of my head tails to like flick up and like point at it, trying to be subtle, hoping that somebody has a scope on me right now, because I had told them where I was and to come get me. I don't know.
That's a stretch.
Yeah,
I
that's
know
little,
it's a stretch.
That's a little.
Leku
That's a
is
little
like
too much.
hair, not like an opposable.
I know. No, like I'm just thinking in mind of like I had already told them this is where I am. So like, can I do just a little like flick?
Just tell us later.
And that's it. Yeah, I know. I just don't want them to find it. I don't know. I'm stressed. I'm strained.
I would say for now the advantage is they don't know that it's there.
It's true. Like, that's the best I can do.
Perfect.
So so you are basically that second squad also kind of comes around. So that will be, we'll have 1 chasing Kane, 2, 3. Kind of comes around you and puts you in some kind of manacles, as well as Kai, who they are much rougher with than you. And one of them kind of says under breath is, I don't know what got you caught up with this guy, but he's always been trouble. And
I was just gonna say I got separated from my partner. Actually, I don't know where he went to.
Well, we'll sort it all out. You're coming with us. That other hut thug, he's not a hut thug. Excuse me. The external
thug.
guard. Yeah, the hot thug. You see him kind of look around, Kane, and he starts shooting at something down the street. Which you are not sure what it is. It is a PC turn.
He was shooting at the piece of debris that.
Yeah, he's
just a really, really happy trigger finger.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody have anything they want to do?
I want to cry. What?
I mean, I'm running as fast as I
Let's have Zarko go.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'm just again trying to hoof it to the to get to the to a place where I think I can get myself over the wall.
Yep. You actually, as you're running, it wouldn't get quite to the that building, but you do see a spot in the wall that you could get over if you wanted to. If you were more focused on getting over the wall than getting to exactly where Ellie is.
Well, I kind of feel like I need to get over the wall and onto the building, both, if possible.
She's not going to be on that roof for much longer, so.
Yeah, but I don't know that.
He wouldn't know that, yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like I want to get to the. So I'm imagining that there is like somewhere where either the wall meets the building and then just the building becomes part of the exterior wall, or even if the building is set back from the wall, like wherever that gap is between the wall and the building, that's where he's trying to get to.
Yeah, you can see where like next turn you'd be able. It's like there's like a foot gap between the wall and the building that would be you wouldn't even have to jump across it. You just basically take a step.
So he's just gonna 2 maneuvers, getting as close as he can to there. Probably next round he'll get there, I guess.
Yeah. So your next turn, you'll be able to use a maneuver to do wall things.
Yep.
Cool.
You're within range of the wall. You're in short range now, since you've spent 4 maneuvers.
Yep. Good. So right. That's what I'm doing.
So I passed a boost to him. Does that last until he uses it, or did it just go?
Last for a round.
Okay.
It's all right.
What are you gonna do? He used those maneuvers to run really well.
It's true. It was really good for him.
Yeah, it was. Who's up next?
Is it another PC turn?
Yeah.
Kane, have you gone?
I have not.
Kane, you should go.
I'm on it. So I'm going to ignore the hot thug because he's not shooting at me anyways. And I'm going to kind of set my scopes towards the rooftop, looking for Ellie. And I'm hoping I can see some stormtroopers up there.
Yeah, you see Ellie and a whole nice squad of there's multiple squads up there of stormtroopers.
Okay.
I have a lot of hot thugs. You only get one.
I'm gonna take some shots.
Okay.
Yay.
With my boost dice.
Oh, because you can extend your range because it would be extreme range basically, from where you are to hit that.
Can he do that with his weapon? Is that
That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering because I know he has an upgrade. He's upgraded his weapon, but I'm not
Sorry,
super
I'm
familiar
trying
with
to.
what it does.
I'm trying to find me.
Otherwise, use that light side point. No,
Ooh,
I don't think that's how it works.
I don't either.
But we can try.
I got a back.
What was the question? I was reading. Sorry. About light side points?
Nope.
No, I was just gonna say,
No.
can we use a light side point to pull out just like an extended, like, I don't know, attachment to his rifle or something?
He just keeps like screwing on more barrels.
Yes.
The site just says reduce the difficulty of range combat checks at long and extreme range by 1. So probably not.
It would reduce the difficulty if you could shoot at
If I
extreme
could.
range.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
but-
So I don't think I can.
Unless you've added there's a modification that extends the range of rifles.
Nope.
Oh, you know what Nif should have done is recovered some strain.
She only had like 7 advantages to do that with. Things were,
I'm okay with going back in time and doing that. With
Sorry
the
for
stuff you didn't spend.
rejecting.
That's good. I didn't
We're all-
have the sheet up to check what I could do with it anyways.
We're learning strain.
It's true.
So and just a reminder, Ken, you also saw those stormtroopers moving into your building.
Yeah, but so Kane's primary goal is to make sure that Ellie's safe because Kane's pretty confident he can take a squad of stormtroopers by himself.
famous last
issue.
words.
Yeah. But since I cannot shoot them, I would like to go towards the door because I assume there's is there a door that leads upstairs that they're climbing?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would like to go towards the door and Home Alone fashion some sort of trap in which I've tied the blaster to the door, like not my rifle, but I have a little pistol holdout blaster.
Okay.
And fashion some sort of trap so that when they open the door, the pistol just starts firing.
Okay. I'm super down with that. That's gonna be hard.
Man.
Axe bombing a roof right
At
now.
them or just in general?
It's going to start shooting at them. Like it'll be, I'm going to put the blaster above them.
Like so it'll
And
shoot
then-
straight down.
Yeah, so that it just shoots down as they run out.
Okay.
I love that.
That's gonna be a skullduggery check.
Oh no, I'm not great at that.
Oh,
That's all right.
I'm good at that.
I'm going to, okay guys, I'm going to do it. Can I do it?
Do it. You can do it.
I'm going to flip a light side point to upgrade that check
Okay.
since no one's used them.
Do it.
I haven't needed light side points for walking out of a bar.
Okay, good, because I have nothing in skullduggery. Okay, so I use light side. I did it. Okay, and then how do I actually upgrade the check?
It
There's a
should do
box
it automatically.
for that.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's
no.
a-
But it should do that automatically, I think.
So I just roll it now?
But let's do it just in case. On the character sheet, you'll see beneath it says upgrade 0, 0.
I can upgrade it from mine, so it's good.
Okay.
You're
It's good?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll get the hang of this one day.
It should do the thing.
All right, I'm rolling it. Come on, baby.
Oh,
Failure.
I don't know. That's a fail and a triumph. I don't know how that makes any sense.
It's a failure, and it's so there is no successes in that triumph.
Yeah.
And there is no advantage. Oh, there's an advantage in that triumph still. Like you still get the.
Well, you can't cancel a triumph though, so it's like it's a success no matter what,
No,
isn't it?
you can fail in triumph.
Mm-hmm.
The triumph piece of the triumph doesn't get canceled out, but the
But
success piece
of
of
it
the
does.
triumph can.
Okay.
So
So it's like he rigs it, but it's not going to shoot at them.
Right.
but you have to think about the triumph, like something stupid, right? He hangs it up and the barrel's too low, so the door is going to hit the barrel, and they're going to have to spend an extra maneuver getting out, or something. Like he still gets a good piece from that triumph, but the plan of they open the door and get shot fails.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I have an idea. Is that it opens and goes off, but kind of like Zarko said, it's not shooting at them. So almost like the door opening it will cause it to like shoot up, but that could still give you either give them like a setback on attacking you, or give you a boost on attacking them.
Yeah, let's
And
give
it can be other stuff too. It doesn't necessarily have to be that one thing. It's while you're up there trying to do it, you see whatever, another way to get off of this roof. You see who that stormtrooper was shooting at before. Like, you can spend it on other stuff. It doesn't necessarily have to be that one specific chunk.
Yeah, no. I like that though.
Yeah.
So let's,
I was just explaining the mechanic is all.
gotcha.
Finishes tying all of the trap up and then realizes the gun is pointed up.
Yeah, so let's do that. Let's give them a setback when they come out blasting.
Okay.
It works, but the blaster's set on stun.
And then I'm not sure movement wise what this is.
But it's a squirt
here.
gun.
I think you'd be able to move somewhere. You'd be in close range to this door, but you can move around.
Okay. Well, I mean, if I need to take straight, because I want to back up and basically be aimed right at that door. Wait.
Yeah,
Climb on top of the door, so you're just pointed straight down.
Yeah,
Now
think
you're talking.
I think if you use a strain, you can get that maneuver to get where you want to be on the roof.
I'm gonna do that then. So I'm gonna take my strain. I'm gonna take 2 strain for an extra maneuver, and I'm basically gonna back up, pointed, waiting for them to come out.
Okay. Perfect. And then we've got another PC.
No stormtroopers in the compound, right? Everybody's either at the gate or in the building with Ellie.
From what you can see, yes.
Okay. Where is my mechanic buddy heading? He's heading to the hangar building where we met the head honcho.
As you're watching him, he goes towards the building and then he kind of goes off kind of to the side of it. And you see him put something on a wall.
Well, I was going to go into that building, but now I'm not going to go into that building.
Wait, the building that I'm in?
No, so
no, the hangar, the headquarters.
Okay.
Then the hangar headquarters building is across the way, and he puts something on the compound wall, not the building wall.
Oh, well then, I'm gonna swerve and start to head towards the dormitories where Ellie will be coming out of.
Okay.
Will I though?
I don't know. I'm gonna.
I'm
What's the range on that? One maneuver to get there, or 2?
From where you are, it's probably 2. It's 2.
Okay, I will spend action and maneuver to get to the front of the building.
Okay.
I don't want to be directly in front of the door. I don't want a half dozen stormtroopers coming out at me. So I head that way, but I'm off to the side, kind of. It's okay if they see me. I'm not trying to hide, but I don't want them to bust open the door and me and my space cheese fries styrofoam be standing there. So I just want to be off to the side, and that's my turn.
Just munching.
Wait a minute. They open the door and you're standing there with a bowl of soup just...
No spoilers in the Star Wars show.
It's just a guy drinking soup.
Yeah,
Yep.
just drinking soup.
And I think, Ellie, it is your turn.
No. Can I do anything besides do what they want me to do?
I don't know. You can try.
No, I don't want to.
It's
I don't-
the
I
ultimate
don't-
DM answer. You can certainly try. What do you want to do?
I don't want to try anything, but I don't know what that means in terms of mechanics for my turn.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
What
Yeah,
do I roll for peaceful cooperation for the moment?
you can just be there. But you can be looking for stuff. You can talk to them.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
You can,
I would like to look for any of my friends.
you can kind of, as you look around, you see where your group was on the top of the that building over there, and you see the back of Kane
Sweet,
pointing his gun at a door.
sweet.
So that seems to be going well.
And Vosk with cheese fries, 4 stories down.
Mhm, mhm.
Cool. Okay. Yeah.
And your hands are in like manacles.
Sweet. I don't have experience getting out of those, do I?
Do you?
I mean,
Your dad would have taught you some interesting tricks.
yeah, I don't know if Dad
How's
would have
your-
taught me like imperial handcuff escapes.
How's your skullduggery?
My skullduggery is 3 3 greens.
You can try if
You might know.
You don't know.
I mean, even if I do know, I don't necessarily want to do it while surrounded by 2 squads of stormtroopers.
How's her escort set up? Like, is it a squad and her and then a squad or what?
Well, it's kind of all just a big group on the roof right now. There's not really an organizational system as of yet. They're kind of all in process of putting the manacles on Ellie and Kai. Kind of, there's a little bit of movement. A couple of them are just kind of pacing around on the roof.
Is there a mechanic for holding my turn until like other things happen? Because right now it's kind of just like, well, I'll go along with it, and that's all I can do. Like, I don't want to do anything.
Your turn's going along with it right now, unfortunately.
Right. Then that's my turn. I go along with it.
Okay. And then
I guess I can do a quick, like, can you tell me what's going on?
There was an alarm set off, as you can hear, and we are investigating that. And that's all you need to know. And we will ask you the questions when we get into the compound.
Okay.
And they kind of start leading you. Vosk, you see the last group of stormtroopers kind of exits that door, kind of walks out, and is walking again towards the front.
Headquarters door.
Apartment building door.
Okay.
Sorry. So as they walk out of the dormitory complex, essentially, they're walking briskly towards that gate. And as that happens, you see kind of across the compound, Vosk, you see Dirian, the falling mechanic, walking away fairly quickly. And you see the wall explode.
That's what I was scared of.
That's what I thought.
The moment that you said it, that's why I was like, I don't go into that building anymore.
And as kind of, and it's big. There's just like chunks of concrete flying everywhere. And you see all of the stormtroopers that have been towards this wall. There's basically 3 squads by the entrance to the compound. They turn as there is a speeder that flies through this hole. And I'm gonna need.
And it's the other crew.
How proximal is this to me?
This is opposite.
So it's on the other side of the compound.
Opposite sides, yeah.
Nice.
Suddenly bring in guest stars. It's the other crew. Please come rescue us.
Vans just start shooting and dropping stormtroopers.
Oh, he just left chat. How are you going to talk about him as soon as he goes to bed?
I'm too slow.
Sorry.
He'll catch it when he listens to it tomorrow.
True. We put this shout out to you.
What's happening?
I don't know. You were joking about us having thermal detonators, and then you had a thermal detonator. That's what happened.
I have everything.
That guy's initials are KKK.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Right on, my dude.
I mean, or good.
It's a nickname.
It's clear.
Yikes.
Cool. Did that reset it for some reason? Because he was supposed to just jump into the initiative order.
I don't know who this guy is, but he's rolling cool, so he's infinitely more prepared than us.
Yeah, and you see this speeder come zooming in, and you watch this squad of about 4 individuals.
Bless you.
Thank you. Just like guns blazing at the compound, and they run in to the hangar bay, and there's one dude with this weird backpack that's got these like 2 big canisters on it, basically standing in the back of the speeder, and you watch as he shoots out at this compound, this like stream of some liquid, and it basically just melts the front blast door of this compound, and they run inside. And Vosk, you would recognize some hut symbols on.
Do I know the clan?
Speeder. Yeah, it's the Vendarajar clan.
They shot at us previously.
Meanwhile, I'm on the roof being like, I'm in danger. And then that's it. Just
And you
me.
also see Dirian as he runs and jumps in and basically grabs a rifle and jumps in the speeder and is very prepared.
You think you know your friends.
Their plan was cooler than ours.
They got a speeder and explosives.
Their plan was a
Gotta
plan.
Valid.
Damn.
Ouch.
I will inflict 2 strain for that. Yup.
Our plan was to recon, and it got interrupted by an attempt at a computer hijacking.
And it is over to the NPC's turns. So those guys are going to just keep going, and you see as this this guy with this whatever this gun is. Gosh, I need to sneeze again.
Bless you. We got to get us one of those guns.
Turns towards the stormtroopers that are in the same compound and fires. I lost the sheet. What? I hate technology.
So he said Vosk recognizes the HUD symbols. Is he using Vosk's obligation for good?
Voss just has a lot of experience with huts.
Also, I was close to them and saw them, and it's literally the people who were shooting us in the bar. So like it wasn't a long shot on that one. I was like, oh, these jerks.
But they didn't get a good look at you because you were in a puddle of ale.
Internally, I was waiting on talking to stop so that I could like say, okay, well, I swapped teams. I'm not on the second sunrise. I'm with whoever these clearly more like together people are. And then he's like, oh yeah, they're the Venderes are. I was like, oh, well, can't do that.
So
Bless you.
you watch another stream of this, whatever the stuff is going flying out of this weapon. And the stormtrooper squad that it's targeted at kind of jumps out of the way. But I'm going to say whoever shoots at them next will get a boost die from the advantages. They've kind of scattered a little bit. And
Shooting at the stormtroopers, right?
shooting at the stormtroopers. Yeah, you're just getting a nice show.
I'm literally standing there with my cheese box, like my cheese fries box still. So like,
Vosk is just like the coolest character around.
the story happens around Vosk, and it's funny because I have like 30 things that I've already like written down on my own notes, and a couple of things I've already sent to the DM that's like actually happening in the background for Vosk. But it's just so funny that like between the slipping at the bar and ending up here just having a drink, like he's just a mechanic, and like life is happening around him.
I swear it should be the name of our show should be Wrong Place, Wrong Time.
So, and then kind of as that's happening, a second speeder. Oh
gosh.
You would just hear a lot more blaster fire at the front gate. As I'm not going to roll for this because
Bless you.
Because you have to sneeze.
thank you. As sorry, I should probably get in the habit of muting myself before I sneeze all over the stream. You're welcome, listeners.
And editors.
It's either going to be a lot of like odd silence while you lean back, or a weird choppy video edits just past all the sneezes. So we'll see.
We'll see what happens. I'm not going to roll for some of this just to accelerate it a little bit.
Sure.
Because I'm a little slow on the dice pools and stuff. But there are some bigger blaster fire that starts coming in. And that one of the hut thugs just dies. I'm not going to get rid of his NPC slot because there's new NPCs replacing him. And you hear the sounds, Kane, of another speeder kind of flying up and a lot of voices. And Vosk, you can see kind of through this gate that has stopped. You see more of that liquid stuff melting away part of this hangar. And basically a firefight between these squads starts breaking out. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this last squad is one of the ones with Ellie.
Great.
You hear one of them say, sounds like there's trouble down there. You three take these two back to the compound. We're heading down. And they just run and go. And it is over to a PC slot.
Kane.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're waiting for folks, we can go Zarko.
He's still running.
Yeah, I'm happy to, maneuver, get close to the wall, realize like there's some crazy chaos, and I'm like, oh, this is the time. And so, actually, I think I'm going to take an action to like unsling my backpack and pull out my climbing gear. So it's like grappling hook, a good length of rope, and that kind of stuff. Pull it out of the backpack, sling the backpack back on my shoulder. So that's going to be my round, is I'm getting set so that next turn I'm going to get either on the building or at the very least over the wall.
Okay.
Maneuver to the wall, action.
Because I think
ready.
that's more than an incident. Like an incidental, if it was on my utility belt, which I don't have yet, but I will. If it was on there, I would maybe see it.
Well,
as
it's still a maneuver to like draw a weapon and stuff like that.
You do have your strength. You could spend some strain for an extra maneuver. Maneuver. A maneuver is like pulling stuff out.
Yeah.
So you could one maneuver get to the wall basically.
Okay, yeah, I'm feeling the pressure. I'm down with taking 2 strain.
Yeah. Maneuver to run, maneuver to draw, action to throw it.
Sure, groovy. I'm gonna try for the rooftop. But if I can't do that, it's still going to fall on the other side, or should still fall on the other side of the wall, which then I can just kind of pull back to use.
Okay. I think for the sake of this, I think it's gonna be able to get over, and there's a bunch of stuff to hang, so I'm not gonna have you roll necessarily for that, unless you really want to.
Well, I mean, if it is successful up to the roof, or if it
how tall was that building? 4 stories.
4 stories.
It's like 40, 50 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if you're going, it'll be if you either catch it on the building itself or on the wall, because the wall's shorter. I think
dexterity or ranged attack.
Athletics.
I think isn't coordination one of the skills?
Yeah, coordination's more like balance and stuff. So it's like acrobatics in D&D.
Okay.
Survival? No, I'm just kidding.
Just say all the skills.
Yeah, I mean, why don't you do a light ranged attack?
I can do that. If I combine it.
Either your athletics or your brawn or agility straight up.
Let me know when.
Yeah, it's good.
2 success.
Yeah. So you kind of wind up Indiana Jones it. Or I guess Obi-Wan does that, like when he's falling off the
Luke?
when he's fighting Jango or Luke. There's so many great options for using
Right?
There are so many grappling hooks in Star Wars I didn't think about.
Or you could use one of the Naboo ones where they.
Oh, maybe I have an attachment from my gun.
Actually, you don't, because that's actually an upgrade you can buy.
I know. I will eventually. Believe me, it's on the list.
But yeah, it clatters on, and for funsies, I'm gonna.
So there's this moment where the camera zooms into Zarko, and it's like it's panned out, and you see him like unsling the backpack, grab the grappling hook and rope, sling the backpack on the other shoulder, like spin it 2-3 times and slings it up there, pulls it down, and then the camera has been panning in him, and it's like, holy shit, it worked.
Nice. And sorry, I forgot,
it worked.
I forgot to mention what the squad with Ellie is doing. That squad basically tells you two to stay put, and they go over to, geez Louise, I need to sneeze again. This is not good. And they run over to the wall and start kind of laying suppressing fire from the roof. So they're still with you, but they're a little distracted. Jeez.
Every time it looks like Steven's gonna sneeze, I need everyone to hold really still so that there's no weird jump cuts.
Sorry.
Done.
And then it is next PC.
So Kane, I'm gonna go if that's cool.
Yep.
Sweet. So Kane, seeing that speeder fly in and all the commotion behind him, is gonna get a little excited about this multi-way firefight going on, and so I'm gonna turn around and point my blaster back down and yell, "It doesn't matter the size; it's what you do with it." And then I'm gonna start taking shots at stormtroopers.
All right. So you are still at long range. There's a couple squads over there. Lost the dice pool.
That's all right. I keep losing my character sheet somehow. I got it. I'm doing it.
I remember my first day on Roll20.
Ready?
Yep, you're good.
Alrighty. Shoot it. I got some things. Ooh. I got 2 successes and a threat.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts on your threat?
Strain.
The gun he rigged starts firing already.
That would be the obvious thing is I hear a noise behind me, but I don't know if they're still coming or not. So
there's one NPC slot left.
I'd leave that up to you, I guess.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna say for that, why don't you mechanically use the strain? As you do hear those steps coming up behind you.
Okay. So I was actually going to use strain. So I was going to shoot and then use my strain to turn back around.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you would still take strain from the threat.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And you can still strain yourself mechanically. They're different things.
Yeah,
I was going to use the threat to say that I'm too distracted to turn back around.
Oh, okay.
But I can take double strain if that is the preferred method.
One's up. I think that one's up to you.
Okay.
We have one episode talking about strain, and suddenly everyone's taking all the strain.
Episodes 1 through 3, no strain. Our crew episodes 4, everyone kills themselves of strain.
That was Kane's plan, was to turn around, start shooting, and then flip back around. But I think he had too much fun firing shots into stormtroopers, and he's gonna forget to turn back around.
Yeah. Okay. So as that happens, you see one of the stormtroopers you shot just drops, as you kind of train your sights on a second one that's already taken some damage from this firefight going on, he drops as well. And you get a look up from someone in the speeder who sees these blaster bolts coming in from somewhere else. Kind of gives you a who are you kind of look, and then just keeps firing.
And as he looks at me, I'm 1 foot up on the ledge, hero, and the sun's hero behind me.
I love it. All right, next PC.
What is the situation going on with these speeders? There are 2 of them. How many people are in them, and what are they doing?
The one closest to the compound, there are currently 2 people in it. Darian has jumped on basically a mounted weapon and is firing, and the other guy has that weird liquid weapon that's melting stuff. And they are waiting.
Okay.
That's one. The other one has a squad has basically 4 guys in it. There's a pilot and 3 dudes, 2 dudes with their blasters sticking out, and 1 guy also on a turret.
Don't judge me, Gregory. I see you typing things in there. That was my question. Whether there were people who were having this fight from the speeders. So for my turn, I'm going to use a maneuver to get away from the front of the door where I imagine more stormtroopers are coming out, and I'm just going to. Would you say there's anyone within medium range of me?
Yeah.
Okay.
The stormtroopers near the the entrance to the compound.
Gate. Yeah. First maneuver, move. Second maneuver, taking strain to draw weapon. My normal blaster pistol, not the disruptor, and then action to shoot. Okay. With that, we just got rated by AZA Studio, bringing in 9 folks. So that's our second 9-person raid of the night.
Awesome, thank you. And let me set that pool. If you guys want to say nice things to our new friends.
Are you just saying that because you have to sneeze?
I actually don't have to sneeze yet. And I'm going to say, given all this is that group that boost dice was handed to you, so I'm going to give you a boosty.
Okay.
as you fire.
Ready when you are.
It is ready.
1 failure, 1 advantage. So many blank dice. Failing me boost die.
Yep. What do you want to use your advantage for?
I would like to recover 1 strain.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of take a shot, and luckily in the middle of this firefight, one more blaster shot doesn't really
That's exactly what I was hoping for.
mean a lot.
Vosk has still yet to shoot anybody in this campaign, so I'm thinking I might just need to put my gun back away.
It's because you didn't use the disruptor.
It has a short range.
Oh, okay. And
There was a reason I picked up cheese styrofoam things, but I'll get into that later. That's my turn.
Yeah.
Bless.
Bless you.
This is unbelievable. I have an allergen that lives in my nose, apparently. I think, Ellie, that's your left, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna not do anything again,
Okay.
except for be very perplexed at.
Just
I didn't think that the rest of my party had that big of thermal detonators, so I'm gonna be very confused, honestly, this time.
and just so you're aware, your squad that is watching you is more focused on the battle down. They're upstairs with you. If there were anything you wanted to do, they're not like surrounded you with your guns pointed at you as of now.
Okay. So, do I only have 3 on the roof with me right now?
Yep.
How many strain would I have to take to Spartan kick all of them?
I don't think you can get all of them.
Dang it.
Unless you can grow a third leg.
I have a sidekick. I have Kai.
Gonna intimidate him off the roof.
Is he still drunk?
Yikes.
Is it that moment where like everything's getting real and you're like, oh man, I gotta sober up?
Yeah.
Yeah. But also he's not brave. So
It's true. I will try and get out of my binders if their backs are turned,
okay. Then
because I wasn't gonna do it while like 6 of them were all looking, but now that they're all like turned away, I'll like see if I can.
I thought you might take some actions if I painted the scene a little better for you.
Yes, thank you.
But
I mean, I really want to Spartan kick somebody.
you can try.
No, the binders are going to be more useful. I Niffer just really want to Spartan kick somebody.
Yeah. That's
And
fair.
if, but
Well,
yeah.
the pool's set whenever you're ready for.
Cool.
your,
Am I doing skullduggery to get out of the?
skullduggery, yeah.
Right on. Gotta be.
Ellie.
Literally nothing.
Okay. Well, you're trying.
Total wash, 6 dice, 2 yellows, and a whole bunch of nothing.
And last NPC group,
That's like
Kane.
you're just like you're frozen in indecision. Like, oh god, what do I do now?
Well, and this is not the type of handcuff I learned on. So,
Right.
Yeah. So Kane, you hear the door kind of bust open. Your blaster that you rigged starts just off into the air as you kind of look around and you see these 3 stormtroopers burst through, and they are going to shoot you.
could I have used like an maneuver to like grab the data pad back and like try and jam it like in my bag or something? Or would that be too much?
Sure.
Okay,
I'm cool with it. Yeah, so that's
I changed my mind.
on this rooftop. You're at short range because of the blaster going off. They have a setback dice,
Pew 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 pew.
and they are gonna shoot at you.
baby.
Oops. Where are you?
Will they? Will they shoot at him?
That's a great question.
Follow-up
Find out
question.
next week now.
How many maneuvers would you say it takes to climb a 4-story building?
How much strain you got?
That's fair. They've spent. If I am tracking this correctly, they have spent 3.
Okay. I'm asking because I need to climb a building, so I'm trying to figure out how long it took them.
Right.
Yeah, I basically I'm having it be essentially a round
Got
of
it.
maneuver climbing.
Got it.
And they pew at you.
Oof.
Ooh.
You got
Big
hit by
oof.
copy of Stormtrooper.
Yeah, this is 3 of them
That's a crit.
busting through this.
Does it
Yikes.
crit when it's on stun?
It's not a crit.
That's 3 successes.
So that's 3 successes. So that's 9. That's 12 total damage.
I know how this works.
Is it
minus
set
your
to
stuff.
stun, or is it are they trying to blast him?
They're blasting.
Sorry, Kane.
12?
12 minus your soak.
Oof. Big oof. Whew.
What does that do for you?
Got an owie.
So as I'm standing there in superhero pose, like I get a couple of blaster bolts like in the kidneys and like one through the shoulder. He's like, oh, but he grits through it and like gets ready to turn.
Just the way I like it. And next group of stormtroopers and these groups, I am going to do something kind of weird. And we're going to do... I'm going to do an enormous roll-off, which is going to be fun to see how this battle keeps going. So basically...
All right.
Yeah. We've got... That's where it went.
Oh boy.
This is totally going to go well.
Of course it will.
Yep. Let's see. Da-da-da. So we're going to go 1, 2. That. Stormtrooper. Sorry, just looking through a bunch of stuff.
Stormtrooper.
How many, my lord?
While he's looking,
You guys are busy.
while he's looking, it's advantage that crits. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Three advantages would allow them to have crit on that attack. Yeah.
I am learning slowly but surely.
Thank you for reminding me that I have the Star Wars Robot Chicken DVDs. And I just cleaned out the living room, so I definitely know where they are now.
Nice.
That
Holy
is-
moly.
And you are all dead.
The huts are
were there supposed to be all of those things?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm medium range from whatever that is, so wish me luck, guys.
So essentially, to explain what I did is I did a opposed blaster fire as opposed to rolling for like 6 different NPCs for how everyone's shooting. So the huts were the purple dice and the red dice, and they have more people and more guns and are more effective. And although actually overall,
well, there is a success.
there's a success. Yeah. So
So who's making the check? It's the stormtroopers making the check
it's the stormtroopers. It's basically the stormtroopers versus the hut thugs.
Okay.
As these two, they've got 2 speeders with turrets on them. So how this works as far as like there's a success, there are 6 threats which work the same as an advantage for the huts essentially, and a despair which works as an advantage for the huts.
Triumph.
Triumph. Thank you. Is how I'm doing this. So kind of as you see this, you see, well, there's not that much that you can actually see from the hut side. But basically all of these stormtroopers basically are dropping to the ground, going prone, hiding for cover as there's just all sorts of stuff blasting. One of the squads is gone, as just this acid basically just covers them, and you hear them kind of screaming out. What is happening to this?
There are
There we
like
go.
sprays of acid going everywhere. There's speeders still like moving around. There's mounted guns going off, the doors are melting, half of the walls blown up, Zarko's climbing up a building, and Vosk is like shoulder against the dormitory, gun in one hand and styrofoam box
Cheese fries in the other.
cold cheese fries, and he's just like, man, I'm glad I didn't run over that way.
Fan art now.
But I am still keeping an eye on the door because I'm pointedly waiting on the stormtroopers to come down out of the building that Ellie's in.
Mm-hmm. So, which gonna get rid of one squad because gosh, there's so many things on here.
It's no one's fault but yours. You decided on a 3-way combat.
I did, and it's fun. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope you.
How many minion groups can I get in this initiative order?
That happens. Those two squads kind of burst out and start taking up firing positions. And they will fire
the squads from the dormitory.
From the dormitory room. They kind of burst out of the.
If I was trying to get to that door, would there be stormtroopers in the way?
They're out and kind of in the center of the complex, so I think you could get around them. They're not like body blocking the doorway. I'm
curious if they would try to stop me or shoot at me. Is the question?
Maneuvers, and then those huts are fighting. And you all of us kind of through all of this firefighting and chaos going on, you do hear the sounds of engines warming up from a starship of sorts.
Probably a hawk.
It might be. And you see they're done.
That was like my tertiary plan, by the way. If I wasn't stealing a speeder, I was thinking about stealing the hawk.
And it is now PC turn.
Kane, would you like to go first or Zarko?
Yeah, I mean, Zarko.
We all go
really
in a
wants
row,
to
so
get up. Zarko's gonna just like so.
Yay.
We're gonna say it's 2 maneuvers, 1 maneuver.
I think to get up. Basically, you'll get to like you can peek over. We'll say as far as climbing with the rope
to the roof line.
Yeah, you're a fast climber.
Okay,
Batman.
I'm trying to speed this up a little bit.
You want me to spend the strain to do it?
Well, you can trade down an action to do 2 maneuvers.
So, but I mean, like,
or if
I'd rather spend the strain so I can,
you can do it however,
try to see what's going on, and
however you want to do it, you're welcome to do it.
All right, so first thing I do is I sort of like I pull the rope tight, I put a foot onto the wall, and I kind of like run up the wall, and then sort of do this thing where I'm gonna jump myself from the wall to the building with the second part of the maneuver and make this like again just like scrambling up as fast as I can, get to the ledge, and I want to sort of like do one of these kind of like just get like as
so you make eye contact with Ellie.
You see Ellie.
I just turn around. I'm in handcuffs. I'm like
fiddling around with some stuff, and you see this other guy.
I noticed. I'm trying to do this quietly.
Yeah, I mean, there's a legit firefight happening.
Okay. So their focus is
so like you'd have to be like, "Hey guys," for them to notice.
That's not going to happen.
Imagine, because they're leaned over. They're part of that big roll that I did. They're part of it.
So action still remaining.
Yeah, if you spent the strain to do your maneuver, then yeah.
What do I see in front of me?
You see, it's basically like a flat top roof. There's a few little like vents and stuff. You see Ellie kind of to your right, maybe 15 feet away from you, 20 feet away, not super far. There's a single doorway. And then you see 3 stormtroopers shooting down basically over the opposite ledge from you.
All right. I am going to attempt to use let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna use my quick strike. Like, oh crap, Ellie's in trouble.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna give you a boost since
my short range, or you said 15 feet, right? So
yeah,
that's
you're short range. I'm gonna give you a boost die because they are very focused on what's going on and they have no idea you're there.
And I get a boost die for my quick draw.
Oh, nice. I have both of the boost die in the pool set already for you.
Strike, let's call it as it is. It says, oh, that's crazy. Okay, so do I need to pop another boost in there? Or
Nope, I put it in there for you.
Beautiful.
You're all set.
All right then.
Come on.
I'm looking for the weapon here. There
Get
it is.
2 of them and leave 1 for me to Spartan kick, please.
Ha! 3 success, 2 advantage.
Nice.
So
And
with the
5.
So the damage is 8.
Okay.
And so then I would love to use one of the advantages to make the dude that I hit like gets turned and like knocks into one of the other guys.
Okay.
Like into one of the other stormtroopers.
Okay.
And then the other advantage, I would love to pass the boost to Ellie that like she has that extra split second of they're really distracted. They're even more distracted than they already were.
Okay.
So set back on the Stormtrooper's boost, Ellie.
Set back on a stormtrooper.
If we're doing both, Ellie will just have to go next.
Deal.
Sure.
But yeah, I love that. Yeah. So you kind of fire, and the one that you hit just like kind of screams and turns around and bumps into the other one.
I need someone to kick a stormtrooper off a building so I can get one Wilhelm scream into the
I'm
editing.
about to Spartan kick one, okay?
And I imagine there's this like as soon as the blast goes off, then there's like, I'm here for you, Ellie.
Nice. Sorry, I'm just checking their soak because I think it's good. It is.
I'm sure it is. Crazy armor.
Yeah. So you did 8. That goes to that. Yeah, but that one you hit, he screams out and is mad. And it is, I think we're going Ellie next, right?
Spartan kick that
And
one.
now Zarko is like, come on, Kane. Where's that backup? Thinking that Kane's got his scope on the roof.
He's dead on the other roof. No.
Oh God.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna do.
Athletics?
I think I think it'll just be brawl, and I don't remember if those are opposed.
Brawl.
All right, cool.
Well, it's a engaged 2
Yeah.
purple difficulty
Yep.
check. So
Perfect.
brawl against 2
Cool.
plus a boost.
And then
with
I'm
no
a boost.
Yep.
Are you fixing it?
I am fixing your boost.
Cool.
You are boost.
I am boost. Okay. Here I go.
Light side. Oh.
Oh, not bad. Tell us what you got.
But
I have an advantage and a triumph.
but not a success.
No success.
But doesn't the triumph count as success?
Yes, which is immediately canceled by the following dice, which is a failure.
Yeah. So something good happens, but not what you're planning. Oh, wait, you were trying to Spartan kick one of them off the roof?
Yeah. Can I at least like kick his gun off or something?
Well, I mean, you can refer to the triumph chart.
I'll go find it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at Triumph right now.
Pulling
Do
it up.
something vital, such as shooting the controls of a nearby blast door to seal them.
She
I don't
doesn't
know
have
how
a
that
weapon,
helps.
though.
That's just what the book says. The important part was to do something vital.
Yes.
Kick the gun out of his hand at least.
Yeah, I'm definitely good with that. If there's something kind of a little bit more triumphy that you can feel.
Spartan kick him off the roof, Steven.
Here's
How about
here's a compromise. He's
Could I go?
I was gonna say he's not off the he's technically holding onto the roof, but he's on the wrong side of the roof.
Ooh, I like that.
like
So drops his gun and is holding on, trying to get back.
Deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also an advantage. You could recover a strain or pass a boost along.
I'll pass the boost
Bless
to you, Mr. Cheese Fries, I think. Or no.
It'll be whoever's next.
All right. Who's next?
Cheese Fries hasn't gone this round.
That's your new
Kane,
name.
I thought.
Sorry.
Kane is also
Yeah.
not gone.
Kane,
Yeah,
maybe.
we have
You should
Kane
go
and
next
Voss,
and
so
not
you should
die.
definitely use the boost because
Okay.
I'm just running with some cheese fries.
All right.
All right.
So I'll
I don't
go
know.
next.
I don't know how this boost die gets passed along to you, but you feel some energy course through you.
Well,
Oh,
I'm facing that direction, so I like to think that I see.
You see how to do that, and you're just like,
Yeah.
and you're just like,
and you're like,
yeah,
not a girl.
Yeah.
heck yeah.
So
I'm
I feel
inspired.
rallied. So seeing that, Kane spits some blood onto the rooftop out of his mouth, and he grabs his gun and he says, "I ain't got time to bleed." And he turns around and starts shooting.
Okay, you're at close range, and you got your boost die. So
Right.
no one makes me bleed. No one makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody. All right,
Come on.
cool.
That's
Nice.
what I'm talking about.
Hey. Is that a
So
crit?
good.
Is that a crit?
That's a crit. That's a crit and
Amazing.
11 damage.
That is 2 successes and 3 advantages. So 11
Which,
damage
remind
and
me,
a crit.
crits on minions just pop a minion, right?
Yep.
Boom. Auto
Yep.
death.
So
So that's 1, and then 11.
Which of these are anything like the other stormtroopers?
Wow, I cannot math.
Is also 10.
how much soak do they have?
They have 4.
Okay,
11
so
minus
that's
4
7
is
more
math,
damage.
Is 7.
How much
yeah,
wounds
so
do they have?
Two of them go down, and the last guy. So you just pop, 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 like 3 shots, and the last guy you just hit in his shoulder as he watches his two friends go down, and now it's a nice little one-on-one shootout.
And he like bumps the back of the door, and the little gun's just like pew, like one more time.
If he had gotten a triumph. Any maneuvers or anything like that?
Yes, thinking about it. Is there a what's the building situation like? There's some buildings around me.
Yeah, it's not like wall to wall buildings. There's like in between most buildings, there's like a 5 to 8 foot like kind of gap.
Is jumping an action? Like if I run and jump, is that a maneuver and an action?
Feels like a maneuver to me.
Feels like movement and a maneuver
yeah,
instead of an action. I mean, if you were trying
I
to
think-
jump up to something or trying to do like a long jump,
think-
but it's
so you're-
5 foot. You can
Yeah.
get that in a
yeah, I
easy
think that would be
step.
part of your movement. You are on a higher building, so anywhere that you jump near you, you'll be going down a little bit.
Okay.
The building, there's a building kind of right below you. A smaller building that's closer towards the compound. That's about 10 feet below you.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. For funsies, acrobatics is a thing in this game, right? That's not just my D&D brain.
Coordination.
Coordination. Yep. Let's make a coordination.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that.
I
That's,
just like
the
that
only skill
in
I
this
have.
movie, we get the shot from the alley looking up as Kane jumps like scene. The James Bond on foot chase alley jump
And
shot.
just, like, yeah, fires 3 rapid shots and then just turns is like, nope, I'm
takes
out.
off running.
Hit and run.
I'm rolling it. All right.
Yep.
Hey, that's all
Nice.
you needed.
One success.
So I personally imagine Kane doing a little combat roll as he lands too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then going, we got shot like 3 times.
Yep.
All right.
I feel like the adrenaline at this point though is pushing through the pain. So he probably didn't
Yeah.
feel that.
We're all going to take a big long space nap after this.
Y'all ready for the most exciting turn ever? Because it's my turn.
Yes.
and like Was it 2 squads of stormtroopers come out and like posted up around this building and they're like shooting, and so you get the camera, right? The camera pans around and there's 2 squads of stormtroopers shooting at this crazy acid speeder fight and like 2 mounted weapons and stuff like that. And Vosk is doing that like slightly squatted, like hurried, like movie run, and he does the 90 around the corner and heads to the door. So I'm gonna double maneuver to go in the door to the dormitory, and so like the camera pans around and it's 6 stormtroopers laying down cover fire, and behind them is just zoop 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 and in the door, and cheese fries in one hand and blaster on top of the styrofoam with the other, and just in the building.
Now I really want cheese fries.
I'm dead inside. So good.
All right.
I will. No, I don't need to. I was going to say I was going to take some strain to do some extra stuff, but I don't need to because I'm not even going to shoot the stormtrooper in the back of the head like I thought about doing.
See you later.
It's not a Voss thing to do. Nope.
Okay, so that last stormtrooper, we got to change his minion group size because now he's worse.
The Kane stormtrooper.
Kane's trooper, kind of runs over to the edge, and he's gonna fire 1 shot at you, which is still at short range.
And he has a setback because Kane is in the middle of an action roll.
Sure. You convinced me.
Yeah.
See, you gotta like fight for those things in this game. Come up with reasons.
Yes, I'm the nicest DM.
It's true,
I don't
you're
know.
great.
That Rob guy is pretty lenient on those guys in the other group, I think.
He does say the phrase, I like saying yes, about 50 times a session. So
Where is I don't know how things work.
Fun to say yes.
Nothing. Just straight nothing. So yeah, he kind of runs up. He's recovering from the shot you gave him and just kind of which you were saved by that. You were saved by that setback dice.
See, I'm more than just cheese fries, y'all.
You owe Voss fresh cheese fries.
More than just cheese fries.
if we ever meet up in person, the first thing we're doing is all getting cheese fries.
I'm gonna do another crazy roll.
I'm just enjoying all the like Tabletop Galaxy merchandise that we were creating in this episode, because I am seeing a sweet T-shirt with Voss standing there with a styrofoam thing full of cheese fries.
Well, yeah, I mean, absolutely.
And it says I'm more than just cheese fries.
Hashtag more than cheese fries.
That is our new channel tag.
Somebody write this down. This is comedy gold, Jerry.
I'm going to the Twitter right now.
That's how we're just gonna plug the show from now on.
Yep.
Just Tabletop Galaxies.
Come watch Tabletop Galaxy. We're
more
got
than
cheese fries.
We're more than just cheese fries.
There you go. Even
Like
better.
what? They've lost a little bit, so that's gonna go down. But they're still winning the war.
Ooh, not so good.
Yeah, so you see Vosk, as you kind of run in, one of those squads that comes down and starts posting up, just blasted away.
Not to sidebar us even further, but as I prepare the clone trooper one shot that I'm looking at doing, the Rise of the Separatist book has squad combat in it. So at some point I would love to sit down and chat with you, or even the Table Talk show about squad combat.
Oh,
Yeah. I'll put it on the list. Also, that's my clone call sign is cheese fries.
I love it.
okay. Yeah. So another one of these stormtrooper squadrons goes down. Though
we need the roll. We need the roll.
The roll was two failures and 2 threats, which I did another one of the like opposed rolls between the Hutts and the stormtroopers, so that favors the Hutt side. As another stormtrooper squad kind of goes down. On the rooftop, there is some stuff going down.
Which rooftop?
The Ellie roof?
The Ellie rooftop.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
I love that we need.
When
to
you say stuff
clarify
is
which
going
route
down, are you referring to a clone or a stormtrooper hanging off the side of a building?
That stormtrooper manages to pull himself back up over, but he is not going to be involved in the shooting at Zarko. Which I will say you are behind a lot of cover.
I mean, I'm like hanging on the edge with like my head up and a.
Yeah. So I'm putting 2 setback dice for you being
They got like that much.
being there. It's at close range though.
One
And for
difficulty, 2
funsies,
setback.
I'm going to use a dark side point and upgrade that. Just to make this a little more interesting. There are. So I'm changing the minion group size to 2. That affects kind of how the dice pool works, but because one of them's
Incapacitated.
for all intents and
Not
purposes.
an asset
Weaponless.
to the
Right.
team.
Yeah. And there's the roll.
Oh,
Yikes.
All right. So 1 success,
Okay.
which is
So it'll be a total of 10 minus your
yeah. So I take 3.
oh dang.
You got.
I mean,
how much
sorry,
stuff?
I take 7 because I soak 3. So it didn't say that quite right. Damn,
makes more
that's a
sense.
lot.
So you take 7 and it is over to the NPC or the PCs. Oh no, there's one more NPC. I know how to do this.
Oh, that hurt.
And that is the other rooftop where we've got 1. And this time, I don't know that there's a reason for a setback die. So this stormtrooper runs up to the edge, or kind of regathers himself and fires at Kane. Who takes 10 more damage.
10?
Mm-hmm.
That
That's not good.
That
Yeah,
puts you
that's-
down, doesn't it?
it does. That's math. 7 and 5 is 12, right?
Oh, huh?
Wait. No, wait. What?
Wait.
7 and 5 is 12, right?
Yep.
But what's your?
Yeah,
I think
threshold?
even is okay still, right? If I'm remembering right.
Yeah.
on
What's your
thresholds.
threshold?
12.
You must
Okay.
exceed the threshold.
Yeah, yeah.
If you have a threshold of 12, you have to have
So
13
you
to go
are-
down.
So you
Oh,
as you're kind of gathering yourself from this roll, you feel another blaster bolt in your back. How does that feel?
that one like probably grazes my heart as like I can feel it like bouncing onto my sternum and out through the front as it's like the
Oh my God.
oxygen just like it leaves with the bullet as I like
If it's any consolation, it's a laser, so everything's cauterized.
If it's any consolation, it's not a laser because Star Wars uses magnetized compressed gas weapons, not light energy.
Well, I stand
Nerd
corrected.
stuff.
get out of here.
Good to know. Wait, then
Still
how
feels like it would cauterize stuff.
also, then how come both of the different sides are different colors then? Do they just color the like
Different
Is it different
gases.
Different
Yes.
gases.
okay.
Mhm.
Good to know.
It's gotta be.
Well, we're shooting neon apparently. So
Sweet.
Oh.
So yeah. Now it's over to the PCs.
Return fire.
yeah, I'm like, Kane, do you want to take this real quick?
Let's do it. Let's do it. This is all I've got. As Kane continues to spin out of that roll and basically just like hits the ground and fires one shot
Wait.
at him.
Use the light side
Light
point,
side
dude.
point.
You need to use the light side point.
Maneuver
We're
to
doing it.
aim. Maneuver to aim.
What does aiming do for me?
Gives you a boost.
Oh yeah, let's
Do
do
that.
that.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna
And use the
maneuver
light side.
and we're gonna flip a light side.
Your boost is up. Your upgrade from the light side point is up. You
I
are at
flipped
close
it.
range. You're good to go.
All right. Oh, I gotta get back
Take
to
him
my
out.
combat. And he rolls and fires one shot. Whoa! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 6 successes.
Total of 15 damage.
Oh my gosh!
Describe that, because he's
So
gone.
it's just one, like, so Kane's been running on these rooftops. He jumps, does his little tuck and roll. Halfway through the tuck and roll, gets shot in the back, and then finishes the roll, fires one shot, like as he's still sliding across the rooftop, and just like right between the eyes drops the stormtrooper.
Say a one-liner. You gotta.
Oh man. Oh.
This is the best place for it.
Oh no.
I'm imagining that little shake that the helmet gives when it gets hit too. Like the whole body of the stormtrooper goes stiff, but then you see the rattle of the helmet, and then him just kind of like start to slump.
It's that slow fall because he was on the ledge down into like the alley between.
Yeah.
So he finishes his slide, and the shoots, and the blaster kind of falls a little bit, and he's like, "My name is McAllister, Kane McAllister."
Nice. Next PC.
Yeah, I would love to follow that up.
Do it.
Yeah, so
Let's clear.
I am
both
going
roofs in
to
one round. Come on.
similarly maneuver to aim at one of these punks,
Okay.
the one closest and most threatening to Ellie.
Aw, thanks.
Okay. So there's two armed,
Okay.
and then there's the
Yeah,
guy
I mean,
that she
one of
kicked who would technically probably be closest to her, but he's unarmed.
One of the armed ones, I think, makes more sense. And have these troopers acted yet?
Yes.
They have. Okay, so I don't get my
They're shooting down.
quick
Remember?
strike. All right, super.
Well, these
All right,
guys,
so
these guys just two of them just shot at you. Remember?
Yeah. I wasn't sure if that was the previous or this.
It's weird because this ended up almost like a D&D thing where the NPCs and the PCs are going.
No sweat.
But yeah. So you get your boost dice for aiming. You're at short range. You're good to go.
We only have like 15 minutes. Use the lights.
Oh,
You
I critical with
All
your
right.
advantage
Nice.
and one success for 6 damage.
Nice.
It's not a massive hit, but
you had already hit
Rolling.
them once. You'd hit one of them once. And so that's enough to as that crit almost mirroring the shot that Kane just took, hits one of them like right. I think this one probably goes right through one of the eye lenses.
I
right?
love the idea. So I love the idea because these are all blasters and they're wearing the reflective armor. I love the idea of like I aim at one and it's such a perfect, precise shot that it literally like strikes that one and ricochets and catches the other.
Nice. I like it. Yeah. And so one of them falls backwards, does the flip over the railing, and the other one just kind of crumples down. Yeah.
I think it was the shot hits across the chest of one, and he goes over the
knocks him
building.
back.
But that's the shot that ricochets up into the eye lens of the second trooper.
Excellent.
And then there's a nice satisfying like half a second after the shot. Just of him
There it is.
smashing on the ground. Next
And then
PC.
he calls out, "We got this, Ellie."
I like to think the body hits the ground like
I was gonna say,
in front of Voss.
I was going to take my turn and have, Voss is going in the door, and the camera pans around, and I'm doing my stupid like scrunch run or whatever. But as soon as I get inside, I stand up and start actually running. But you have that half a second shot of the open doorway behind me, and the body lands as the door closes. And Vosk is just going to use his turn to dead sprint through this building and up wherever the stairs are. I'm heading up.
That's great.
Yeah, it's not a super wide building. You're using kind of double maneuver.
Yeah,
You basically get to the doorway.
Okay.
Where you can see everything. You can see Zarko's head popping up, like holding onto the rope, blasting.
All right, then I'm gonna Kramer into this doorway with a gun and a cheese fries, and in my turn.
Okay, I think that leaves Ellie, right?
Yeah. I mean, Can I get my blaster out with binder to hands?
Yeah.
Stun setting last guy. Here we go.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I
fire
am
gun
going to
for
give
the
you a
first time.
setback die for just how you're
Fair.
shooting.
Light side point.
I flip a light
Aim.
side point. I aim. Everything.
Take a strain to
Take
aim.
strain. Yeah.
Deal. I do all those things.
Okay. You're going to use the light side point too?
I'm gonna shoot. Yes, I'm gonna shoot a gun for the first time.
All right. They
I
actually,
mean, on stream. I assume that Ellie has shot a gun.
stun weapons are very effective against minions
It's true.
because they don't actually have strain.
They don't stun damage at all.
Good deal.
It is ready whenever you spend that light side point.
Oh right, I need to do that. Use light side. All
Oh
right.
no,
here
4
we go.
dark side
4 to
points.
1 is not nice to look at.
No, it's really not.
Hurry up and finish this fight so that we can end the session
no.
while he's got all the dark side points.
Well, you critical, so but you didn't.
But you only critical if you
Yeah,
hit
I
and deal
know, I
damage.
know.
True.
Unfortunately, no
Alas.
successes, 3 advantage.
Okay. I'm looking at the advantage chart now. So
There's
3
boost.
advantage. You could. Well, he doesn't have a weapon.
yeah,
Yeah, his weapon's already down.
yeah.
Force a target to drop a melee or ranged weapon that they're wielding. What if he's holding
already
on to the side of a building?
That's true.
He climbed back over.
Yeah, what
Oh,
is he like
No, it's his
standing
whole-
though right now?
Yeah.
Shoot him in the foot.
Yeah.
Give him a setback and pass a boost to Zarko.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Okay. Cool.
For the sake of expediting the process.
Good idea.
All right.
Freestanding.
Can she return? Oh, because she's using 2 advantage to pass it specifically to me,
Yes.
you, yeah.
and then 1 to give him a setback. Beautiful.
I should have just like gone for it.
You
and,
make
like,
him duck or something.
Okay.
Should have gone for what?
I should have just like gone for it and pistol whipped him.
Or
Yeah.
tried to Sparta kick him again.
It's true.
Use a maneuver to back up and use another one to run.
Yeah, really. I mean, like I could perform an immediate free maneuver. Does that count as me just like linebackering him?
I think that would probably be an action. So
I'm too small. I can't get it.
Kane, you see, well, let's do that. One more big roll as these 2 groups continue to fight. This should, in theory, be about it. Yeah, as the last like stormtrooper squadron on this lower level kind of gets blasted to pieces. Though there have definitely been some hut casualties. Kane, you hear the sound of the speeder. Well, first you see this Hawk HWK 1000 ship that Vosk had been working on. You see it lift off and take off. And not long after, you see a couple TIE fighters also do the same thing. The fighting is starting to tone down. The speeder that was at the front gate, you hear it kind of speed off, as well as Ellie, you would probably be the only one who in the current state could see this. The other speeder speeds back through the entrance that it left. There is still sounds going on. Primarily, the klaxons are still going off. Things are smoking. There's a lot of noise coming from the compound. There's just general yelling, things getting ready and stuff. But basically, you've got your stormtrooper is the last remaining thing in this compound at the time.
For the record, that was 1 failure and 3 threat.
Yes, which was again for the the big NPC shootout. Excuse me. That
You're muted.
Niffer.
Did the ships go like after the speeders, or did they?
The TIE fighters went after the ship, after the other ship that took off.
Chasing it, or as in?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
oh no!
Um,
Distraction away from us, I guess.
and that, excuse me, the stormtrooper on the roof that you just distracted with his gun pulls out a vibro knife, Ellie, and slashes at you. He will get a setback die. That's the wrong one. Setback die. Boom. That. And
I mean, yeah, 2 of our party are almost dead. Why not make it a third?
exactly. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Who's almost dead?
Bosk, you ready to put that medic name tag back on? 'Cause
Oh no!
Yikes.
okay, but
Ellie?
it's 4.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
So that's 6.
Do you want to call it out?
2 advantage, 2 success with a vibro knife. So it's a total of 6 damage.
That's a
I don't remember
crit.
what Pierce does, but I think
It's-
it ignores soak.
It ignores soak.
And it's a critical.
Oh, and it is a crit.
Yikes.
We have a crit. We have a
Whoa.
crit card on here, right?
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's a quality though, the pierce, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, so it's an
Oh, so
advantage.
it's
It has
only. Okay.
Wait, what
So
now?
it's either it's either the crit or the
Pierce.
actually it depends on if it's an active quality or a
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Passive.
that's not always the case.
Sorry. I was still learning.
I'm looking right now. Pierce is a passive quality.
Dang.
So
It
that's
just
the
happens.
6. And we have a crit thing, right?
She can just click a button on her character sheet for critical injury.
Oh, great. Oh, great. There's a whole tab for it. Critical injury. Add. Roll critical.
Yikes.
Cannot perform your free maneuver on your next turn.
Okay. So
Okay.
yeah,
Distracted.
he kind of slashes like into your
I'm
thigh.
distracted. Great.
You hear
Important,
Go ahead.
important note, though. I think I brought this up when we talked to criticals before. The crit you just got goes away after a turn, like its effect. The free maneuver on your next turn goes away. You are still suffering from a critical injury until it's healed, though. Even though the effect is no longer in play, you
So-
have a check mark on your character sheet saying that you have a critical injury until we heal it.
Yep.
And then I also have 6 wounds, right?
Yep.
Correct. And you hear like,
Oof.
Ellie, no! You Gundark!
He's learning
And-
to curse.
Yep.
Remembering
Wars.
not to curse in English.
All right. We got a PC.
Yeah. That sucker's gonna eat it.
Nice.
Why are you taking my moment, man? This was my moment to.
Oh no!
to-
Yes,
no,
yes.
you,
we
no,
want.
you do it. You do it.
you gotta come through. That's too perfect. Come through.
Simultaneous,
Come
just both
like,
of you
kick
shoot.
the door open. and-
Both shoot.
Kill
Come
him.
on. Just
Kill
do
him
I'm
it.
gonna
with
let
the
you
cheese
do
fries.
it first so that I get the boost when you inevitably fail.
No, it's
I'm
gotta
gonna
be
aim.
it's gotta be Vosk.
So there's this.
It's got to
half
be
se-
both. Come on.
I know.
I want
I'd love
simultaneous
to have
blasters
Vosk do
from
it.
Yeah.
both sides.
Vosk, do it.
Drop the pistol. Take a strain. Or drop the pistol, maneuver to draw the disruptor pistol.
Getting serious.
Kick the door open.
Take a strain to aim, and then shoot at this guy.
Okay.
You also
Actually,
need a one-liner.
Boost.
How many stormtroopers are on this building, or did
Just
they all
the
get knocked
one.
off?
It's just
Just
the
this
one.
guy?
He does. He just has a knife. He doesn't even
Oh
have a
my God.
gun.
Oh, then I'm not gonna disruptor this guy. Screw that. I need a stormtrooper. I specifically need a stormtrooper on this building when we're done. So I'm just going to shoot him with my blaster pistol.
Okay.
So maneuver to aim and then shoot.
Okay.
You
boost
need
is
a
set.
stormtrooper alive on this building, or just a stormtrooper?
Don't need him alive. I just need a
All right.
stormtrooper. Let me know when the dice is set.
It's set.
Okay. Short range, 1 purple, 1 boost die, blaster pistol. Pew.
Ha-ha.
Pew, pew, pew.
I have 3 successes, which means that I do 9 damage to
9?
this gentleman.
Perfect. It's exactly what you needed. Do you keep the cheese fries in your hand?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I
of course.
have styrofoam in one hand, and I literally just come out the door and I level my arm at the guy and then fire a shot. Like he ran up to Ellie, which made it easier. I didn't have to like come completely out of the doorway. Mm-hmm. So he gets to Ellie and swipes at her, and from the door, cheese fries.
Say cheese.
Yeah.
I like look over at Zarko expecting that he's the one that's doing it, and then realize like was him, and I look over and I'm like,
that's the funny thing too.
you
is like
stopped for
Zarko
food?
got shot, right? So Zarko like slinked down behind the wall, and then he muscles his way back up there and levels the pistol just in time for the stormtrooper to take the shot and collapse.
Yep. And
I'm going to use my maneuver, I'm going to take a second strain to move, and I'm going to run to the stormtrooper.
with that, actually, we're going to drop out of initiative.
Then I'm going to run to the stormtrooper with no strain.
Yep. And he's on the ground and he's dead.
Yeah, I take his helmet and I shove it in my bag.
Swings up over the Vosk swings up.
Yeah, I go to help you.
Edge. Like, yeah. It's not like a athletic move. It's more like, oh my god, I'm in pain. And then it's like, Vosk, your timing is flawless as always.
As Ellie's like helping him over the edge, still handcuffed and stuff, Vosk, no joke, runs over, kneels down, sets the cheese fries down, sets his pistol down, and then pries the helmet off the stormtrooper and shoves it in his bag.
Okay.
Is looting a thing in the Star Wars universe?
Right. Well, for sure.
Yeah.
That's how we got so many pistols off the first episode.
Okay. Because I would love to take some stormtrooper armor off of one of those I just killed.
Yeah.
They're all on a roof away from you that's 10 feet above and a 5-foot gap.
Yeah, but there's a downstairs, right?
Yeah. You're going to go down.
That's not how we're going to go out, I don't think.
I was actually going to ask how much effort it took to get the boots off a stormtrooper.
You can get them off.
So while
there's 3 of us, we can loot it.
Worst case scenario, cut the legs off at the knees and you.
Oof. While Zarko is applying a stim pack to himself, he also pulls out his comm link and says, "Hey, Kane, I met up with Ellie and Vosk. We're gonna make our way back and out. Meet you at the ship."
Got it.
This is going to remind Voss to turn his comm link back on.
Vosk, do you mind looking for maybe a key or something while you're over there?
I will check the one remaining stormtrooper to see if he was the one with the key. Because he might be over the edge.
Down the
I'm going to say they're standard.
Okay. It's cops. Everyone has a set of cuffs and a set of keys.
Yeah, kind of in their utility belt. You find it, you pop them open.
Oh, the utility.
They have utility belts. We take them.
Yeah.
That was the things that I wanted off of stormtroopers was helmet, utility belt, and boots in that order. I wanted a helmet first, a utility belt second, and a set of boots.
Okay, you can grab those things in a minute. But while that happens, Kai goes, "We got to get out.
Oh yeah, he's here too.
We got to get out of here. Can you get these off of me also?
Wait, who are
how
you?
Are we gonna get out?
This is the contact. I don't know that we actually have the plans that we said that we needed. I'm looking at both Zarko and Vosk.
Can you get me on a computer?
Kai?
We better
there
make
was
it
one
quick.
in your room.
It was. I don't know if everything's been shut down or not, or if it's back up.
Zarko's gonna limp over to the edge and do one of those like peek over to see if there's any stormtroopers down below them.
Currently, there's not.
Okay.
The compound's fairly quiet at this point. You hear what you can hear is there's activity in the hangar area. You can't see anything.
We've got a couple minutes, but we better make it quick. We got a couple minutes. We got to make this quick.
You leaving your rope? Are we going that way or are we just going down?
I think we should go out the safe
I think
way.
we should go down. We should get as much information as we can and then come back up to leave that way.
I'll be right back. And Zarko is going to tear down. I know he doesn't, this is his obligation didn't come up, but he's got to do it. So he saw that Vosk took the utility belt off the stormtrooper up here. The stormtrooper up here. So he's going to tear down the stairs to get to one of the ones on the ground.
I mean, just go through their rooms. It's the dormitory. You
But he
probably
doesn't
find
know
their
that.
spare.
If he sees one on the way down, he would grab it. But
Okay, what I will say is you're going down. You notice the, and you all have noticed this. The power is still out as you kind of run down. Something whatever Ellie triggered when she hacked, it has not, whatever the generators are or whatever, it is not rebooted.
Okay, then if I knew that the power was off, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna ask that question.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if the power is off, I'm cool with either rappelling or going down and going out the hole in the wall or whatever. But that's where I'm ready to end the episode. Is I loot the
Yeah.
stormtrooper and we get her out of the handcuffs.
Okay,
sure.
Get them out of the handcuffs.
I am going to make a request for narrative's sake. You could always check the data pad that Ellie.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I pull it out. I'm not
Okay.
sure that I actually got the information.
Okay, then. Yeah, that works.
Yeah. And so-
I will release Ellie, give her the keys to get the other guy, and I'll take the data pad and start looking while Zarko goes on a loot spree.
So as you shoot, where'd it go? As you look through, it looks very corrupted for the most part.
You did a bang up job on this one, Ellie.
I'm sorry, it wasn't in my plan.
You
got like Qbert.
You do see one thing that looks like coordinates. And then I am going to, in the chat, type up the rest of what you see.
For the record, I did use my stim pack. So,
Ooh.
Okay, cool.
You know, I
yeah,
just-
just mark that off.
because, Zarko doesn't know that if the coast is clear or not, and he doesn't want to take a chance.
But in all of the garbled stuff, this message, which is fairly corrupted, but there's a few pieces you can make out of actual letters. It doesn't seem that there's like a pattern to the weird symbols. It's not like encrypted. It's literally
Corrupted.
She yanked a thumb drive out before it was done.
exactly. And
Space
with
thumb drive.
that, with your mystery coordinates and that little message, which we can post on Twitter or something like that for
Ooh. I like
podcast
it.
listeners down the road. Or you have to come watch it. There's a few things that stand out. You can see the EVOC is something. There's something about huts. There's a word that looks, I'm just going to say this.
Technology?
Looks like technology.
Maybe new hyperspace?
Mhm.
Something.
Something
Control
about controlling hyperspace
hyperspace
lanes.
That's the one that caught my attention.
The after credit sequence is going to be all of us trying to pronounce all of that techno stuff.
And with that, we will see y'all next week. Or
We
in 2
all
weeks.
lived!
Thank you,
Everybody.
Space Jim.
With
Yes, thank you.
Kane barely living.
Oh, man. Kane's hurting. Hopefully
And
he
also-
has a stim pack.
And also technically the party's still split, so there's
Yes.
Yep, we're down to a two-way party split.
Ooh,
Somehow
and we
no
have
one
cheese
died.
fries.
Yep.
3 Zarkos.
Oh yeah, you went down to loot.
I didn't mean
Yeah.
to, but
With that said, we do want to thank Roll20 because they sponsor this show. They have provided us entrance into their Spotlight program, but they've also given us a 1-year subscription to Roll20 Pro, which we do need for all sorts of cool things, specifically the Edge of the Empire dice. They don't work on the default Roll20, so you do need the pro level subscription to get the fancy proprietary polyhedrals that we need for this system. So thank you so much, Roll20, for allowing us, A, the tools that we need to play, and B, the Spotlight program, which helps more folks find us and the gaming that we're doing. So big shout out to them.
awesome.
And yeah, thanks for everyone who hung out in the chat. Thanks to AZA Studios for rating, and thanks for Geek Unleashed. Both of those channels also do stuff on Wednesdays, and they also do Star Wars things. So if you're interested in what we're doing here on the channel, you should definitely check them out as well, because they are doing Star Wars things. And the tabletop RPG community, especially when it comes to live streaming, could definitely use more love for the Star Wars role-playing games.
Yep. And where can we find you all?
1
The
and 20
internet.
END.
At NifferNiff.
I'm OneCritWonder.
Lizard King Nick.
And I'm at _bad DM. That was a lot of fun.
Thing. Yeah. All right. We'll catch you guys in 2 weeks, and we'll be back.
Yep.
Bye.